Most founders sound exactly like the competition. If you want to be competitive in a crowded market, you can't just be better, you have to be different. I'm your host, Cameron Olds.
And I'm Dallin Merrill, and we're here to talk about how you can avoid being mistaken for your competition, differentiate your brand, and ultimately create a lasting competitive advantage for yourself in the market.
Welcome to Differentiate or Die. This episode of Differentiate or Die is brought to you by MessageOS. And by brought to you by, we mean written by.
If your team describes your product 10 different ways, your product is no longer differentiated. It's confusing, and so are your customers.
MessageOS helps big teams keep every sales deck, social caption, and support reply on message and on brand.
Clear, consistent, differentiated. Every time someone talks about you.
See how it works at protagonistcomms.co.
Hey, Cameron.
Hey, man. How's it going?
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Good.
I'm ready, man. I'm locked in.
Love it. Well, today I'm excited because these two companies are top on mind because I've been on kind of a running trend. What do you enjoy to do, Cameron? What's your workout of choice?
Right now, I'm into weight training. I used to go to the gym before my daughter came. I haven't been, and I've lost all my progress. But now that she's starting to sleep through the night, I'm excited to get back to it. But weight training's my exercise of choice at the moment. I need to go running more often, which I think is, correct me if I'm wrong, that's kind of the two companies today we're looking at, iFIT and Peloton, right?
Yep.
How'd you like that segue? How was that?
That's great. Perfect.
I need to get my cardio on. I'm lifting too many weights and not running enough.
Yeah. The fitness industry as a whole is pretty lucrative. There's a lot of money there because people want to look good. They want to feel good. That's why I go running, since right. I don't play sports as much anymore, going and running a few miles each day keeps me fit, and people will pay money to enjoy doing it once you get older as well.
Right.
I mean, you pay to go to the gym, I'm assuming.
I do, yeah. I go to Vasa.
Yeah. And I'm sure they have some of the products we'll talk about today. So let's get into it. iFIT and Peloton. What do you know about these two companies, Cameron?
I know iFIT because it was founded in Logan, Utah, where you and I went to college. So all of our friends, or lots of my friends, and I think some of your friends worked at iFIT. It was formerly known as Icon Health and Fitness, right? But then they rebranded, now it's iFIT.
Yeah. Do you know what they did there?
What my friends did? Oh, I had some on the social media team. I had some on the product development team, as interns and stuff. So, but it was mostly marketing because that's just what my academic circles were.
Oh, that makes sense. I know a lot of my friends went to be models. They went to be a part of the videos.
Oh, cool.
So they went in, and so just a little bit about iFIT is they mainly focus on the software aspect of workout machines. So both companies, both Peloton and iFIT, are for treadmills, ellipticals, all of those kinds of workout machines, and both of them have a software portion of it where they look at where they have trainers that help you work out. Right.
And that's Peloton, right?
Yes. Well, they both have that. Yes. The difference, there are small differences, which we'll get into, but in general, that's their businesses is helping people work out through their machines and software. However, iFIT doesn't necessarily own the machines. They have gotten away from the machine aspect. They just focus on the software, where Peloton focuses on both. They're a little more vertically integrated that way.
Yeah, it's interesting. So Peloton is the newer of the two companies, right? So they were founded in 2012, and I think they kind of popped off. Oh, they were on Kickstarter, weren't they? Didn't they do their thing on Kickstarter, and that's kind of how they got their start?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And that was in 2014. So that was when you and I were graduating from high school.
crazy.
Well, yeah. So they really did pop off then. That's crazy because now they IPO'd and they're publicly traded and they're like huge now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Have you ever looked at their stock? Did you ever purchase any of their stock?
No, I mean I might have through like ETAs that I own, but I've never gone and like purposely intentionally bought Peloton shares.
Okay. I never did it either, but I've followed them very closely.
Oh, interesting.
Because they were a COVID phenomenon, right?
Right. That's how they popped off. Right.
Yes. COVID came around and nobody wanted to be outside.
Or in a gym.
What else were you going to do? Like
Right.
you had to still work out. You still had to do that. So everybody went out and purchased a Peloton or some sort of workout machine. But their stock rocketed.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, oh my goodness, I have never seen a company fall so much after COVID.
Oh no.
Like once you get it, what do you do now? Right.
Right.
So and now they've gone through like 2 different CEOs since then, trying to get them back on track.
Gotcha.
But they have a very interesting story.
Gotcha. So Peloton started kind of like on the fitness class thing. So the integrated fitness classes into their equipment, like on their treadmills and their bikes and their rowers and all that stuff. They had like the giant screens so you could like have the feel of a fitness class while just being it by yourself watching the screen, right?
Yeah.
Whereas iFIT, they began as like the manufacturer. They just like manufactured exercise equipment, and they've kind of pivoted into this. What would you say? The digital aspect of it, like the courses, putting trainers in really exotic places, like running up a mountain on Hawaii or biking through like Monaco or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So let's take a look at their websites.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's take a look at iFIT first.
Let's do it.
All right. So the first H1 that you see is Welcome to the World of Intelligent Fitness.
Oh, Daryl, they didn't commit your cardinal sin.
Yeah.
They have some. They left some room for messaging.
That's
before
great.
Throwing you into the products. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I see their products on the screen, which is fine. But it's not even shop now, which is really cool. I'm seeing some of their trainers. I'm seeing a lot of outdoorsy activities going on. That's pretty good messaging, it feels like. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious what intelligent fitness means. I don't know what that means. If you scroll down, does it say anything else?
Your passport to fitness. Okay, that's pretty good too, because, I mean, if you're in your own house, right, on one of these treadmills, that's, it's saying you might not be able to go to these places, but here's your passport, you can experience it at home.
Set out on a personalized fitness journey with expert trainers in the world's most beautiful locations. Okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
I dig. Open a world of
opportunities.
Very cool. Check off fitness goals and bucket list locations. Okay, so it seems like their whole thing is we're going to take you to some crazy places to have some crazy cool workouts.
Yeah.
Cool.
They don't move from their messaging.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what intelligent fitness means compared to the rest of this. I mean, that seems like the outlier back up to the H1 at the very, very top and the hero. But like everything else below the fold is really great. Great hero language.
Whenever, wherever, take iFIT everywhere. iFIT takes you everywhere.
Love it. Cool. Good success language.
Yeah.
Always moving you forward.
Always moving you forward. Truly immersive fitness. Run, ride, row.
Okay, go back up. I think here's an interesting thing. So run, ride, row is the H1. The H2 says on iFIT enabled equipment, your treadmill, bike, rower. Okay, so this is an interesting thing that I think might come in handy later when comparing Peloton and iFIT. Is you pointed this out earlier. iFIT is the software side of this. or is much more is the software side, and they like connect. It's not like an ecosystem where it's Peloton is like the self-contained ecosystem where it's both their hardware and their software. iFIT's just the software that they just lease out or plug into different. Okay, cool. That's interesting. That's interesting.
Interesting. Yeah, I love that. All right, let's take a look at Pelotons.
All right, let's do it. What's Peloton got to say? Are you a different Peloton?
Ooh.
Uh-oh, they committed the sin. The Daryl sin.
Oh, man. 3 strikes and you're out. And I think I see 3.
Get wrecked.
All right. Well, first of all, immediately a store, a price tag.
Right.
Refurbished bikes. That is an alarm sign in my head. That's strike 2. And pay with qualifying HSA, FSA funds. That's not a differentiator. They all do that.
Gotcha.
That's 3 strikes right there, Cameron.
Gotcha.
I'm getting an iFIT.
Let's scroll down. What else? So really no messaging. No. They use the real estate they have, their H1, to they just ship you right into the products. Oh, and then you scroll down below the fold and it's bike. You just get right into your products. No messaging.
Yep.
Okay.
Discover more ways to reach your goals with Peloton.
Okay. Kind of vapid and meaningless. It's like, sure, okay, great. Kind of cool though. Okay, so maybe when you consider what's below it, where it had all the different, boost mental health, support weight loss, weight goals, improve endurance, healthy aging, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Find your next fitness goal.
Take a quiz. Oh, and then we get into products.
The products again.
Price. Buy.
Yeah.
Peloton and Row, the
Interesting.
guide, subscriptions. Oh, they're on the Peloton app. They're on TV now. It looks like an Apple Fitness thing. Interesting. Okay, cool. So like no messaging whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, wow. A Peloton guide. You can turn your TV into an AI-powered personal trainer. Now with rep tracking.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it'll track you, Cameron.
Interesting. Actually, that might be pretty cool, actually.
I know. I mean, this might be where they almost want to go, because that's pretty unique.
Yeah. But yeah, no messaging. And yet, just from our back end, like before researching, like we know that Peloton is vertically integrated, right? So the hardware and the software is their own, and it's in the Peloton ecosystem.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, like, what competitive advantage do you feel like that gives them in the fight against iFIT?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of how Apple does it, right? I mean, they've created a competitive advantage and messaging around vertical integration.
Have they though with messaging? I'm not seeing anything. Does their Instagram pop up on like on anything? I mean, it just looks like they're with their trainers. I know that they put a big emphasis on like their. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference. I mean, like if I was gonna buy one, just purely based off of homepage messaging, it would be iFIT because they clearly demonstrate. They have great hero language, personalized fitness with expert trainers in the world's most beautiful locations. I think the world's most beautiful locations, the fact that they take you to these places and you can kind of vicariously jog up a mountain in Hawaii or ride a bike in Nepal or something. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if
I think
Peloton
that's really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and I think they really try to have high quality video, and I'm sure Peloton has similar, but I think it's makes the software more enjoyable. So, and they're really going hard into that. So, I think this is open and closed, Cameron.
I would just say,
I think iFIT wins.
I do think iFIT wins. Well, here's the thing, because there's a distinction to be made. I think looking at it on paper from a business perspective, but then also from a product perspective, I do think they are different. I think they are different, but one does a much better job of communicating the difference, and therefore they have the advantage when communicating and convincing the market to buy from them. because they're forcing a comparison. iFIT is forcing a comparison. They're like, hey, like you could get a Peloton, like the bike's gonna pedal and the treadmill's gonna run and the elliptical's gonna ellipsis, all the same, and the screen's gonna look the same. It's still a big screen, but like if you buy an iFIT, like you're gonna have some really cool variety in the locations that you actually get to run through, and that's kind of a cool experience.
Yeah, I wonder if iFIT was forced to differentiate because they weren't the first mover, right? Peloton was. They got a lot of market share. COVID boosted them. They were able to IPO, so they had a lot of attention on them. Where iFIT was forced to differentiate because they came in second.
If that was the case, then a good job, iFIT. Seriously. Yeah. I don't know what fitness intelligence means. Is that what was on the...
Yes. Yeah.
Intelligent fitness. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I feel like you say that at the beginning and then never revisit it again throughout the rest of the website. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. I think that they could have definitely done a better job on their H1, but I think everything else they talked about and visually wise, it looked like a more engaging product.
Yeah.
And they're both such expensive products.
Right.
Like, that's probably the one I'd go with.
Yeah, for sure. But I think, honestly, why it's open and closed is because of, for iFIT, is because they didn't commit your cardinal sin, which is give me some messaging in the homepage. Don't just send me right to shop. Give me some messaging.
It's great.
Convince me.
I love it. Yeah.
It was really good.
And partially that's because they don't actually sell the product, right? Their market is selling their product along with the hardware, right? So maybe that's part of why their messaging is so good. But every company needs to do that. Yeah. I know you might have the hardware to sell, but you still need to show your messaging.
Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. I wonder, it might be interesting to revisit this at a different time, but I'm wondering if the fact that Peloton is vertically integrated has any type of differentiated benefit to the end consumer than iFIT. Like, I wonder if there are meaningful upgrades that you would get getting a Peloton because it's all the same versus like, I have to buy a Nordic Track treadmill and that's iFIT enabled. So, maybe there's a difference in quality or experience there that might be interesting. But again, Peloton doesn't tout that. Peloton doesn't say anything about how great it is to be vertically integrated on a Peloton bike. Like, you miss the opportunity because if it is there, they don't say it. They miss it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think there are a lot of hotels that have Pelotons in them. Especially high-end hotels. And so if you're on the Peloton ecosystem, like it's your phone at home, and then when you go, you're able to continue to track your progress with that Peloton ecosystem when you're on a business trip or something. Gotcha. So I think there are some benefits there. But I feel like if you're just a software system like iFIT, that's a lot easier to do that. Right. Yeah. Because now, you can integrate with whatever machine the hotels have. And now your ecosystem is much more scalable. So iFIT wins in could win in that category. I don't think they have. I think Peloton moved early and are the more premium option for a hotel. Right. But it could catch up.
Yeah, could catch up. But I think I agree. Closed. I think, are they differentiated? Yes, I think they are. iFIT's differentiated. They have a much better message. And if we were going just based off of looks today, what I was going to buy right now, I'd buy an iFIT enabled piece of equipment.
Yeah, shout out to Logan, Utah.
Good things come from small towns. Let's go.
I love it. Well, thanks for joining us today. It was a short one, but it was an easy win out by iFIT. So if you guys feel like your company could use differentiation, take a look at iFIT's website or Protagonist's website, and we can help you out. And see you guys next time.
Have a good one, y'all.